Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? What's happening? Hey, Wendy. Good morning. It's good to be with y'all. Where are you coming in from? Randolph's in Oklahoma City. Traveling. I've got some announcements, and then I'm going to introduce a few new movements as Randolph prompted me to do. Thank you. Coming up soon, a video with like the 10 movements of me doing them all. Hopefully I'll record that this week. I'll give you a few more, and then I have an exercise for us to open our inner eye and open our body, an image and an exercise based on this video I just recently did, so we can get sort of prompted for the healing meditation. So make sure you're comfortable, that you can move around, so you can try both these exercises out. Other announcements, some cool developments this week. First, for those who don't know, I have another weekly live stream on Substack. I highly encourage everybody to just get on Substack. It's the least censored place out there, and yeah, it's just a great place. If you're looking for folks to follow, go to my follow list. That's a good place to start. But we've got, whistleblowers and healers and teachers and just folks of every kind on Substack. So every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, I go live on Substack with an Ask Me Anything. And you can put in the Ask Me Anything, which are all on my archive list on my Substack page, you can put your questions. So I'm collecting questions for this week, and that's every single Tuesday. And all the recordings will live on my Substack page. Speaking of which, the live stream recordings for here are always on my YouTube page. So there's all these, meditations for you or healings over the past year. And for those who don't know, I used to do also meditation with music, and that's under the name Simple Being. That's also on YouTube. There's a bunch of live streams. And then both myself and the Simple Being healings or meditations most of those live streams have been recorded and are on Insight Timer as well. So for those on Insight Timer, that's kind of nice. You can just hit play, and it's a condensed version. It's not me talking in the beginning. And there's a new, a new meditation up on Insight Timer from, I believe it was the recording from a couple weeks ago. Or maybe it was last week. I don't know. Anyway, one of them didn't go through. One of them, it was the one 2 weeks ago was the one that had the noise in the background that some people said was fine. It was my overactive computer, which is now fine. So that one didn't go through, and I didn't want to spend the time cleaning it up. So it's the one from last week, which is really actually pretty short. It's a nice 30-minute meditation. And then the other thing that I'm going to start doing, and I'm not 100% sure of the format yet, but I was these client calls this week, and they were just so good. And I would have an insight, they would have an insight. And every single time I'm on a client call, I'm like, I just wish this was recorded, and I wish everybody could hear it, because it applies to me. It applies to everybody. We're all healing the same stuff. It's the same beliefs. There's only so many of them. It's the same noise in the system. And so in psychology, it really implies that it's an individual problem instead of these shared beliefs. So in addition to the healing video I want to do, I'm going to do a video which is just like these 20 beliefs that we all share. And I want to do these live sessions where people can, for free, go through whatever they're working with, whatever they're struggling with, right? They have a relationship issue, you have a relationship issue, anxiety, you're in an existential crisis, you can't find God, whatever it is, it's going to apply to everyone. And so for brave souls, and I'm really not scary, for brave souls who want to do a live video recording of a session. I wanted to do like maybe it's once a week, 30-minute or 2 30-minute sessions. So I haven't exactly I don't know the format entirely. So one thing I want to do is maybe crowdsource it in the Zoom chat today. So that's the other thing I want to say is in the description box of this video, you'll see a Zoom link. After we do the healing and meditation, you can come hang out. We have a lovely group there. And we chat about what happened during the healing. We chat about other things. Last time we sort of taught each other. And I'd love to hear your feedback about these sort of live sessions. That will all be on Substack. I just trust that format better, and so yeah, so that'll be another addition, and they'll just act as these resources. Um, Lastly, I did my first live stream on TikTok last Thursday, and so I'm going to do those spontaneously. I think. Just feeling this out as I go. So follow me on TikTok and see if I go live. So I'll do that as I feel too. It was really fun. There were about 300 people that came. And the reason it's spontaneous on TikTok is like there were some inappropriate stuff. I had to block some people, but there were some great questions as well. And it was a fun time. So look for live streams, and I think that's it. Okay. For those who don't know how this goes, I'm going to give you today. I'm going to give you some instruction, a few different instructions, and then we're going to do this meditation or healing. Often goes between 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then I'll stop the live and we'll hop over to Zoom if you want to chat further. And again, it's a great group of people over there. So I think that's it. All right. Hi, James. Good to see you. All right. Let's see. Okay. Randolph brought up the movements that I've been working on. So for those who don't know, I've been just letting God, source, oneness, show me what needs healing in my body. Right. So, and it often is very odd. It's movements that similar to yoga, right? Yoga is based on animal movements, these natural movements of energetic release, which is a big part of what healing is the healing meaning returning to wholeness. The energy that's been blocked in the system is returned. It's opened back out. And the body is the energy flow in the body is moving more fluidly. Last time you'll see I did a bunch of movements, a lot of upper body. Today I want to introduce a few lower body movements. And so I'm going to introduce those. We're not going to really do much there. I'm just going to introduce them because you're going to get a video of these 10 movements or so soon. But I want to do another kind of exercise showing you an image of Indra's net. So I'm just going to give you the movements first so that you have them, so you can play with them, because Randolph said he's been having fun playing with the other ones. So here are the lower body movements. It's very silly. I really want to say that all of them can double as dance moves. I just have to say that. Okay, so we did like the rowing and stuff last time, right? And we did what else did we do, guys? We did a lot of shaking back and forth, right? This like no movement, this corkscrew movement that I've been doing. Yesterday, by the way, I was out on this long walk and I was shaking back and forth. Like I was like, is this going to do damage? I mean, I knew it wasn't. I could feel that it was great, but I would call it violent. Like, I was shaking like a one of those like snow globe or something, right? I was shaking like that much. It was almost like the inside of me was moving in the opposite direction of like my skull. But it felt really good. And afterward, I felt like a huge release off of the back of my brainstem and off the top of my crown chakra. So I'm going to continue to recommend that corkscrew movement. Then we did this rowing movement, some other things. Here's the lower body. You're not going to be able to see much, but the hips for this lower body one you're up on your toes and you're shaking back and forth your hips. Up on your toes, shaking back and forth your hips. It's literally just like booty shaking. You're an African dancer and you're up on your toes, just going back and forth, bending your knees back and forth on your hips. I've been doing that movement for, I don't know, probably a total of 30 to 40 minutes. I mean, I just do it. It seemed to do it every day. It's just this every day I want to just do that, whether I'm outside or in. And so I highly recommend it. You can also be kind of violent. It shakes all this energy out. Each one of these movements, you're going to want to do when you feel like doing it. So Randolph's got the right idea, which is, I'm experimenting. How does it feel to do this? Does it feel really good? Like when I've done this rowing movement that I've been opening my back so much, these like tiny little movements and muscle groups in there. It's felt really good to open the back of my heart. It's basically the back of the heart chakra, and opening the back and the former. Also with this rowing movement, it can be more the emphasis like coming around like that, almost like a butterfly swim, or the emphasis can be more pulling energy towards you. Sometimes you're releasing, sometimes you're pulling toward, and that goes in the back of the heart and the front of the heart. Okay. Another big one I've been doing is this, it's like stomping movements. So you're stomping like a baby, a baby having a tantrum. We talked in the Zoom call last time that a lot of these are these no's, this expressiveness of a boundary when you were a kid that didn't get to come out. So this stomping is really flat on the foot. When there's a ton of chakra and meridian points there, right? You're banging your foot, and sometimes it's like a pounding down with your arm as well. So it feels like it's like a pounding of like a pillar into the ground. You're grounding yourself through your feet. So I've been doing that. And then the last one has been this, and all of these are ones that I've sort of experimented before, but it feels like they're coming through their full expression. The last one is shaking your limbs like a dog, shaking all four limbs. So shaking my hands, shaking my arms, just letting the release happen very spontaneously. And then shaking your legs like a dog, letting your feet flop on both sides. And then with the legs, you're letting the hip really wiggle too. It's like loosening all your limbs. Those are the three. I bet there'll be a few more, and then I'll make the video, or maybe one or two more. What I said last time about these is that they're like releasing the strings on your puppet. We're so held energetically in this crazy world by the societal programming, our familial programming, and it's energetic and emotional, right? Emotion just means energy and motion. And it also is in thought form. So we need to open the mind, and then we release the body, and that's healing, returning to wholeness. So you're listening to what feels good for you, remembering that you are an animal, and these are animal movements. These are what the animal wanted to do when you were young or throughout your whole life. And I encourage you to take each of them and make them your own. And maybe we just crowdsource continued videos of this, and I can just record them and say, this came from Randolph and this came from so-and-so else. And so that we have all these movements that are our shared human movements that have been all so repressed, So that's it. Okay. Those are the movements. Now I want to do a little exercise, or it's like a instruction to move us into meditation and healing. Okay. So some of you may have seen my most recent video. It'll help. I think I called it, I don't remember what I called it. It's not my most recent one. It's the one right before. It's called One Mind, One Body. And I talk about Indra's net. Indra's net is in the Indian culture, this net that depicts the universe. And it's often like gossamer thread, and there's all these interactions or intersections, just like a spider web. And at each intersection, there's an eyeball hanging. So I'm going to show you an image of that. And I'm going to ask you, there we go. So there's the net, and there's an eyeball hanging at each intersection. Okay. Now I want you to imagine there's like infinitely more, maybe 100 more lines coming off of each eyeball, right? Because that's much more of our energy field. And that the eyeball is the whole body. It's not just the eye, although it is the eye. And so there's just this intricate, infinite web, and we're all connected. So each of these eyeballs are each of us. And each of the eyeballs is also like a tree, a bird. Each of them, these unique consciousnesses sharing one consciousness. What I like about this image, because there's eyes on it, is that it depicts both the shared mind, which is consciousness, the one mind, the one consciousness, and the shared form. So the shared formlessness and the shared form. The shared form being that it's physical, it's visible, and we share both. So in looking at this, I don't want you to like hold on to the image necessarily in your mind. Rather, I want you to sort of sense it and feel it, because healing is opening your conscious from the mind. It's like really just opening the feeling of consciousness, which we'll go into, and then opening the body, right? And the more open this eyeball is, this is your inner eye, the consciousness eye, and then it's also your physical eye, and that means the whole body being open. Okay, so just to kind of see that and feel it as we go through this. All right. Make sense? Everybody with me still? Okay. So this is what healing is. It's sensing this wholeness. And before we go into the healing here, I want to open the consciousness eye, the inner eye, right? And then we'll open the body. So it's already open. So that eye of consciousness, it's the eye behind your eye, behind your ego, behind your story, behind your name. That inner eye, the eye of one consciousness, is what's receiving these words right now. It's just I, just a capital I. I am, as they say. And that's always there. It's there when you die. It's there before you were born. The networking eyes. Okay, good. It's sometimes I'm like talking into the void, so it's nice to have feedback. So here we all are, these eyes on this lattice, and that inner eye is always open. As I was saying last time, you're always awake. There's no point at which you, pure consciousness, go to sleep. You're dreaming. There's a consciousness that's dreaming. That eye is open, right? So just as I'm saying that, one way to say it is like, I'm helping you realize you're already awake, pointing at the part that's always awake. Okay. It isn't consciousness, awakeness. Consciousness does not come out of brains, doesn't come out of a body. That never made any sense. Right. So the body panel, it's just an eye, it's a temporary eyeball, right? And that eyeball is born and it dies, and it was born and it dies on this lattice. But the consciousness remains, and the form remains, this constant shared form, right? We have new cellular structure constantly, right? I'm made of the water I drink. I'm made of the earth I walk on. So are you. So just let's settle into this pure consciousness, that pure I that's just witnessing everything. I want you to put all of your awareness on awareness itself. And then like rest there like you've never rested. So there's nothing you need to know. You don't know anything about your story. You don't know anything about yesterday. In order to talk about yourself, you have to go into time. You have to go into a story of some kind. And time is a lie. That's another video coming up. It's not real. It's a story. It's nothing more than a story. So come out of your story entirely and rest as this pure eye of awareness. Okay. That is what's going to come into the body, and it's going to just keep opening up. It's that eyeball on that lattice just opening up. And then when that eyeball, the whole body opens up, information flow and form moves through the body much easier, meaning literally your blood moves better, right? That you flush things out of your system better. The stagnant thoughts that just loop, fear thoughts that just loop, once this is open, move through. It's like debris moving through a river much better. So the healing movements are to open the body so that that river moves. And doing things like inquiry or questioning thoughts, or what I'm going to do in these sessions or therapy, right, is to open the mind enough for new thought to come through. Creative thought, basically. Again, it's one thing, just opening up, and then everything functions better. Okay, so we're all settled into this pure eye. The pure eye of consciousness is what we're going to rest as. All right. And I'm going to remember to hit record and feel proud of myself. Okay. So now let's keep the eye open for a moment. Literally, your eyes open for a moment. And you're resting as the consciousness, resting as that which sees. And I want you to see how that which sees, thanks, Wendy, that which sees is also that which feels. So that pure consciousness registers everything. And it's registering, it's the same consciousness here as over there. It's registering everything happening here and everything happening over there. So now feel for a moment that every sensation, everything going on in the body is online, meaning you're there for it. You are so present inside your own body. This pure awareness is showing all the way up inside your own skin, inside your own bones. You're going to show all the way up here. Good. You're going to find there's chatter somewhere in your mind, and you're going to find that chatter is in your body somewhere. So while we go through this exercise, you need to feel where it needs more attention, right? The movements that I taught, it's like, if they feel good, if they feel like release to you, that's it. And however you want to do it and however you want to make it your own. Same with this meditation. When I'm in the belly, you might want to go to your heart because you can feel that the constriction's there, or vice versa. So follow along, make it your own, because this one consciousness is sort of like our unconditionally loving parent, your higher self. And she wants to be so attentive to her child, you, the body. All she wants in the whole world is to fully honor this one, this unique one. And I can't know, right? I'm going to do my best to just listen to what do we need, right? Because this is a field effect thing that happens where I'm just the vocal channel for what's happening for all of us. But you'll need to, as the eyeball over there, as that unique person, you're going to have to feel, where does your body need more attention? And all of us, we all have twists and turns in there that when we get there, it's like, oh, this actually needs all the attention. So if you find yourself in the exact same spot for the whole time, great. And if you find yourself in that spot and you want to get up, like someone did a couple sessions ago, and take a shower in the middle of the recording, great, do it. It doesn't matter. Whatever's actually true. Okay, so all I'm just a guide, kind of holding your hand, and then you go off wherever else you want to go. Okay. All right. So here's this pure consciousness. my voice. Feel free to close your eyes and feel and hear and see how the sound of my voice is in this vast consciousness of you. It's just this like energetic pulse, this kind of weather. And it's moving through the sky consciousness that is you, this background consciousness. And your mind doesn't need to understand anything I'm saying. In fact, it actually can't. You're going to hear this just directly, consciousness to consciousness. And I'm just talking to myself. It's just a different form over there, but we're all just talking to ourselves. It's one self, one consciousness. So my voice and your thoughts and your sensations all are floating in this vast, 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 vast field of you as pure consciousness. And none of that weather, none of the pain in your system, none of the thoughts that are chattering away could ever harm, could ever disrupt, could ever puncture you. You are the field it all exists in. A tornado, a lightning storm cannot tear a hole in the sky. So any thoughts that are here, any sensations that are here, are not threats. They're no problem at all. The sky welcomes them all. And in fact, the chattier your mind is, and the more painful the sensation is, or the more grippy or dense, the more attention it needs. We can use the sky metaphor. We can say sunshine. And so the areas that are dense or painful they just need a little sunshine. That's all. They need a little air and sun in the room there. The body is a house, and we're just opening up all the windows to let the sunshine in. And you, pure consciousness, are the sunshine. Air and sunshine. Okay? All right. Let's start with the chest and the diaphragm. And some might say, focus on the breath. No. You don't need to breathe. This body's breathing itself. So what you're actually doing is just feeling and savoring the body breathing itself. Feeling your body breathe itself. Start by feeling into the back body, behind the heart, the spinal cord, and each vertebrae. The lungs do their thing. The ribs do their thing. The heart itself pumps away. The breastplate, sternum. The muscles stretch. The diaphragm lifts and drops. And you don't do a thing. There's no one operating this thing. Life's operating it. And we're just ungripping and trying to control this thing. Trying in any way. We're dropping that. And we're letting life run it. Life's already running everything. And in doing that, then we can really honor the body. We can show up. Truly unconditional parent, allowing the body, this one, to do whatever they want. So feeling the whole chest, feel like you're really filling your chest. You're inhabiting the chest entirely, and the diaphragm. And feel how the whole body is breathing. It's not initiated from any one place. We might think it's our nose or our mouth that initiates breathing. It's not. It's also not the diaphragm. It's not anything. The whole body breathes because it's this rhythm of life coming in and out. It's all of life breathing you. You aren't breathing you. All of life is. All you need to do is enjoy it. Let it be. Feeling into your belly. Let your belly breathe itself. However the belly breathes. You don't initiate it. You don't do it. You're just showing up for it. Feel in the deep caverns of the belly. Feel the pit of your stomach. Feel the mid-back and the sides of the belly. And then up under the solar plexus, under the diaphragm there. Letting the whole chest and the whole belly drop open. Release control. They're not yours to operate. Feel that lower belly inside the intestines, kidneys, and the lower back. Feel how that area is breathing as well. The top of the hips. Let the tops of the hips be soft and open. You're letting this body do their thing. Handing it over. It's a funny thing, the more inhabited you are, the more in the body you are, the less you're exerting control. The more fluid, the more open, the more free the body becomes and feels. It's a funny thing, you've never operated this thing. You never have. You're just along for the ride. And you, pure conscious, this one. You're like, I want this one. They're my favorite. And so to love this one, to snuggle up inside yourself. What is it to snuggle up inside your own belly, inside your own intestines, fully inside your chest, fully inside your heart and lungs, all the way through the chest, in through the skin, and out into the room, and out into the chair, and out into the street? What is it to snuggle up inside your belly? So cozy in there. Everything's soft. And then so relaxed that your belly just spills out. Your intestines just spill out. Just energetically, you're unfolding several feet beyond the body. In a cozy pillow of your own being. It's not unsafe out here. It's not scary out here to open your body. It actually is how you're going to feel safe, because you're going to feel the connectedness, the softness of your own touch. Fear tells us such a story about control. I can't just be. I have to protect. Fear is trying to protect the body. But it's lying. The body is safe. And you consciousness need to show them that. Show the body, I'm here, it's safe. Look what happens when you relax, when you let me drive. Life is a much better manager than we are. So let the whole belly unwind, feel the back unwind, feel your spine unwind. And again, feel really cozy inside your whole lower belly, top of the pelvis, up under your ribs, your whole torso, the whole torso, back of the shoulder blades, spinal cord. What is it for the whole torso to feel so cozy and warm? And just like you're just warmly in touch with every little crevice of the whole torso, back and front and the side. And again, if you might want to exhale or move or twist or cry or moan, or there's an enormous rage coming out, it's all fine. And wherever you feel needs extra attention, go there. Okay, let's really feel into the hips. Let's feel into the back of the hips and then down into the sit bones and around through the pubic bone and all through the sexual organs. The whole pelvis is breathing itself too. Feel that your whole tailbone is open and you're really cozy inside your tailbone. You're really cozy inside your pelvis. Every single corner of the pelvis. Warm light, the warm light of you is pouring through. And you can be like a rag doll, not holding yourself up from the inside. Let life hold you. Let the chair hold you. And if you feel like moving your hips, move your hips. If there's chatter, it just means you're onto something inside the body. That's the spot that fear is attempting to protect. Fear is a lie. It has nothing to do with reality, ever, ever, ever. There's nothing about worry, anxiety, all of those thoughts. They have zero to do with reality. Reality is just this. There's a sensation in your pelvis. That's it. That sensation isn't good or bad. It just is. And it's calling out for attention. And you are the warm, cozy awareness that can just bathe it. And give it no name. We don't know anything mentally about the sensations in our body. All we know is that pain is calling out for a cuddle, is that twisted, kind of dark, dense area wants light shown on it. It's very much like you get hungry and that means the body wants to eat. So you give it food. If there's pain, the body wants a cuddle. So you go give it one. So feel through every corner of your pelvis now and be really cozy in there. Let the hips release. Let the hips be soft. Don't hold them. Let them hold themselves. Let your seat hold you. And let any stretching or movement or any other natural kind of release. This is natural healing. This is what your body wants to do. You, pure consciousness, are attending to your body to hear and feel and allow whatever it wants. Great. So now the whole pelvis is soft and relaxed and open, and it feels like a cozy snuggle inside your pelvis. All the way to the front, all the way to the back, all the way to the sides. And then the whole rest of the torso, all the way to the front of the torso from inside, the front belly, the front of the chest, all the way to the middle, cozy deep inside near your spine. Really warm and cozy in there, and then cozy out the back body as well, and the sides. The whole torso so warm and cozy and soft and relaxed. It might also feel really alive, like the energy is really moving again in your belly or your pelvis. Great. Don't be afraid of that. It's no problem. Feeling is nothing to be afraid of. They're all lies. From inside your pelvis, let's feel into the upper legs, the bones of the upper legs, the hip joints, down into the bones, tendons, the muscle groups, the skin. Feel cozy inside your own skin of the legs, all the way down to the bones. Like it's just warm and cozy and you're really, really snuggled in there. Your pure consciousness, you're what make it snuggly. You're what make it warm. You are the sunshine. No one else can do this for you. We heal ourselves. We save ourselves. We show ourselves the safety that's here. No other person can do it. Let the legs be soft and relaxed, full of energy, and you may want to move them, but don't control them. Let them go slack. Feel the top of the legs down into the knees, inside the tendons, underneath the kneecaps, back of the knees. Right? We're just taking this awareness and feeling into every corner of this incredible temple of the body. And then the body increasingly feels safe and held and loved, like you're cuddling a baby. And the body feels free to move, free to just be. We're actually unconditionally parenting and loving ourselves now. Feel the knees relax, feel the lower legs relax. Let them go slack. Let the bones release. And the mind can't do any of this. It just can't help out. It earnestly tries to help out, protect the body, but it just has no business here. So bring awareness back into the body, just between you and you as pure awareness and you, the body. There isn't actually another you here. There isn't actually a separate self here. You don't operate you. You enjoy you. Feel the ankles. Feel the ankles go slack. Feel the feet relax. There's a lot of aliveness through the feet. Feel cozy inside your own feet, inside your own toes and the arches of your feet. The feet, the legs, hips, pelvis, the belly, the chest, all so cozy and relaxed like you're in a sleeping bag. Because you are. And your just body can just open into that sleeping bag. Good. Let's come up to the shoulders, under the collarbones, deep in the shoulder joints. What is it to feel really cozy in the shoulder blades and in the spine between the shoulder blades, deep inside the upper chest, dropping the shoulders, letting them just be. You don't have to hold yourself up. You don't have to frame yourself. You don't have to carry any weight on your shoulders. Let the shoulders stretch and open. If you release the energetic tension, if you really, really inhabit yourself, become like a rag doll, and then life picks you back up. Life still pumps your blood, replenishes your gut lining, replenishes your skin. Feel into the upper arms, feel into the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, and the hands, and let them just be soft and flexible. Feel into every little corner of your fingers, between your fingers, your palms. Feel so cozy inside your arms. An inner hug here. Good. Let's come up to the neck, the base of the throat, back of the neck and the spine. Feel so cozy inside your own neck. That it's soft and pillowy. And then let's feel how from inside the neck, like that eyeball on the net, that there's all these threads, these gossamer threads flowing from inside your neck outward and from out inward. In fact, the whole body is literally made of gossamer threads. We're just going to let that neck and that throat chakra just be really open. You might even see or certainly feel that there's this energetic flow. You really deeply feel inside the neck, feel through it, through the front of the neck, through the back. Feel how it's an open channel. Feeling inside the neck and then feeling through it. Where does the neck begin and end? You are completely linked up. Energetically, physically, consciously, with everything. And we're opening the body so that the functioning is better. Life can take over. Not the hallucinated self that doesn't run stuff. So feel your neck and your throat chakra be nice and open. And you're going to feel there's little pockets in the neck or in the chest or in the back or in the belly. Wherever you feel some blockage, keep playing with that. Keep opening that. Keep cuddling with that. And watch it just open and those gossamer threads unwind. Feel it open. From inside that spinal cord in the neck, I'm going to start winding my head around, it seems. Follow that spinal cord up through the brainstem and up off the top of the head. From inside the neck, follow that spinal cord right from the brain into the brainstem and then right through the brain out the top of the head. There are major gossamer threads going along our spine, out the top of the head like a fountain, and down through the tailbone, also like a fountain. We are fields within fields of a flowing energy, none of it stagnant, never cut off, and never in control. Feel the back of the head open, so feeling from inside the skull, inside the brain, the back of the head, right at the brainstem there. I'm going to feel it nice and open out the back. Like all the doors and windows are open. And nice and open from inside the middle of the brain, out the top of the head, top of the skull, through those hair follicles. Like a fountain off the top of the head. And from deep behind the eyes, frontal lobe of the brain, forehead, whole front part of the brain and the skull, just nice and open. Again, you can feel you're so cozy and cuddly inside your own head and skull that there's this relaxed, open feeling. All the channels open. So feel those gossamer threads out the front of your eyes, through the eye sockets. Feel the nose and behind the nose and the sinus cavities. Feel the back of your throat and then coming into the roof of the mouth and the teeth. Feel the jaw. Feel the tongue. Feel under the tongue, the chin. Let the head move. Let the neck move. Or be completely still. Whatever feels supportive, whatever feels true, whatever just happens. You don't have to decide anything. Life already decided it. Here's awareness, pure consciousness. Here's this body. The body's moving. The body's opening. The jaw relaxes. Feel that you're really cozy inside your whole face, inside your ears. And that the face can be soft and the mask can drop completely. And that you're cozy inside your whole head, 360 degrees around. And it's just the warmest, coziest pillow inside there. Feel like the whole body is this cozy gossamer pillow. Warm and safe, soft, much like a pillow made of air, made of coziness. And just feeling through the whole body all at once, where are there some little pockets that are still tight, that are still in pain? Go right there. Go right in. Don't hesitate. Go right to the top of the belly. Go right inside the pelvis, the throat, top of the head, behind the eyes, wherever it is. There might be many places. Give it warm, warm attention. You, pure, warm consciousness, flooding this body with love, flooding this body with the light of awareness, attention, which is what that spot was always seeking. We just need our own attention, that's all. As you feel through the whole body, let everything be nice and cozy. Let any movements continue to happen. It's okay to get up. It's okay to turn this off and go running. Whatever in the world you feel like doing. The body has been profoundly limited by societal conditioning. And when the body awakens, it wants to do interesting things. So we're committed as pure awareness, as the parent, to honor whatever this body wants to do. Now and forever, amen. Continue to just feel really cozy inside the body. Here's all this pure consciousness. Here's this warm body, this energetic field that you are that is incredible, is wired up with everything else, and takes care of itself. You continue enjoying being in touch with yourself. And then open your eyes in your own time. You don't have to, you can just stay there. I encourage you to, right now, just whatever is true for you. That's always going to be, it's always going to rule. No one else's instructions outweigh what's true. When and if you open your eyes, notice that there's no change. All that endless consciousness is here. Pure awareness. All that cozy body is still here. Inhabited now, more deeply, and continue to be more deeply inside yourself, more deeply settled inside yourself, and more deeply expanded from the inside out. That will continue to deepen. And all the cues, everything the body wants, still here. You don't have to now put on your performance. You can stay very, very open and fluid and letting life run this thing. So thank you all very much. Beautiful field today. And I'm going to end the stream and head over to Zoom for a little chat. Very casual, fun. I answer questions, we share. Kind of goes like that. So the Zoom link is in the description box. And again, you can catch me on my Ask Me Anything live stream every Tuesday on Substack, 4 p.m. Pacific. And there'll be live sessions to come and TikTok live streams to come. So follow me there. And we'll be back here next Sunday as ever. Okay. Thanks, y'all. See you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.